Morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to What If Deku was Tai Long, Part 4. We can start off this one with something you all might know after the hero versus villains. After that, after that training, Izuku was still not used being praised because he doesn't really have that much pride in him. But Bakugo, on the other hand, likes praises, if only fueled his ego. Then Asa popped down in his sleeping bag and told everybody they're going to the US jail. They're allowed to wear their hero costumes or their gym uniforms if they want. He really does not care. So some of them put on their hero costumes and the other put on their gym uniforms. On the bus ride, the topic of the quirks came up. Everybody was telling everybody about their quirks. Then Izuku was the last one. Everybody really wants to know what's his quirk all about. He says it's a mutation quirk. It makes him look like a snow leopard. In fact, exactly like a snow leopard. And it gives me every ability a snow leopard can do. And I have its strength, very good senses, speed, and camouflage, since snow leopards can camouflage very well in the snow. But that doesn't mean I cannot protect myself. I may be an intimidating creature, but that doesn't mean I cannot protect my family and friends. So, I spent years and years of training in Kung Fu, up to the point I am now called Master Snow Leopard. They're all surprised at this because they don't know what age he started. When Kirishima asked, he said 5 years old. Everybody's mouths dropped down to the ground, while Kirishima just cried in madness because he doesn't know anyone who's training at the age of 5. Asha was listening to this because not even he could do any of that stuff at the age of 5. When they got there, they're introduced by Uraraka's favorite hero, the space hero, 13. 13 gave them the speech as usual, but Izuku sniffed the air and he told everybody get down! They were all confused as uh, as he make as turn his head. I said, get down! And I saw a big purple portal, and inside it was an army of villains. I said, this is definitely not part of the training. Ichigo said, well, there's only one way to do this. Kirishima said, whoa, you guys even have real fake villains for us to battle? Asawa and Izuku said, those are not fake villains. These are the real deal. 13, protect the students at any cost. Asawa and Izuku look at each other in confusion, saying, you're gonna fight them? No way! Then Izuku just walked down the stairs, one foot at a time. While Asawa saying, kid, get back up here. Your your quirk is not suitable for hundreds of villains. Izuku replied by saying, I don't have more than one trick on my sleeve, Aizawa. As the hand villain said, who is this cocky sucker? He really think he can take us all in at once? doesn't. Izuku said, I don't know. Let's see how far I can go. then, then Sakuragi said, fine, attack that leopard. Then everybody attacked, but in a flash of white and gray, some of half of them was knocked out. Half, the other half was just terrified because when they were fighting Izuku, I they saw nothing but an animal with six teeth and flesh hanging out of his teeth. Then the gnome comes. Izuku knows this is not going to be an easy challenge, so he powered himself up with cheer. And as they're fighting, Izuku was getting the upper hand until the normal did a sweet shot and punched him straight in the abdomen, knock, knock him over the ground. When Asai was fighting it, he had no chance. As Izuku saw the blood, the first time in his life, he got very, very angry. He roared out in rage. It made every single one of them weak, so weak they actually fell on their feet. As everybody looked at Izuku, wondering, what's wrong with him? Bakugo replied by saying, I don't know, this is the first time I ever saw him like this. As Izuku powered, powered himself up with cheer. And then, what you see on the screen, people, this is what he looks like now. Izuku said, well, I guess I know what type of thing you are. Just a mindless animal who just kills to kill at their orders. Well, I guess I'm no animal. But for once, this leopard is going hunting for his prey. As he get on all fours, acting like the real life snow leopard. Except this time, this snow leopard was much, much more deadly. He clawed at the Nomu, and the Nomu started to scream out in pain. Then Izuku noticed his weak spot was the brain. So he opened his mouth and ripped open the brain with his bare teeth, killing the Nomu. And just like an alpha predator defeating his rival, he roared down in victory. Shigari just yelling, you cheated! You cheated! That was supposed to kill All Might, and you cheated! Izuku said, well, if I cheated, let's see how much pain I can actually bring to the table. They decide they can't win this fight, so they escape. This is around the time All Might came. He was just, he was up the onslaught and even thinking, I am extremely, extremely happy he is not a villain. I would have been dead on the spot. But Isuke didn't feel so well. After that, he passed out. Everybody was extremely worried because I think we just know how far he can go, but without his control. Isuke was in the hospital, but something popped up. It was in his mindscape, and he was with another snow leopard that looked exactly like him. And Izuku said, who are you? The snow leopard said, well, well, well. Isn't it the new? Isn't it my new body? I am Tylon. It's very nice to meet you, Isuku. Isuku said, I heard of you. You were that extremely dangerous villain years ago before I was born. Talon said, yes, I was him. And I did some horrible, horrible things I wish I could take back. But you are me now. So, as he bows down, saying, would you help me right all the things I have wrong in my lifetime? Because of my anger and rage, I think I disappointed my own master. Would you help me for that, Ichigo? Ichigo replied by saying, of course, because I think everybody deserves a second chance. Even people like you. Donald said, thank you. You're much more honorable man than I am. After he woke up, he went back to class and everybody was extremely surprised. If one of them saying, dude, if you did not have a quirk, it'd be amazing if still standing. Because I don't think even anyone could handle that type of power or pounding from a normal. Izuku just said, well, I did tell you I did my bone training. They chuckled a little bit. They even were surprised that he chuckled too. Then Asa with came out saying, during the recent offense during that time, he turned on the video and everyone was on the news. We're gonna be doing the sports festival. They were all really excited. Isuku know the real reasoning behind this. He even flat out saying, so, we're gonna do the sports festival so people will know that UA is not a weak school, but strongest there is. And doing the sports festival will help its reputation. Tai Isuku was wondering if he was correct. And as I said, that is completely correct. Oh, Isuku nodded. And when they then got out to eat their lunch, a whole class, in fact, class 1B, was blocking their way. Sensei said, huh, so this is class 1A. I'm not impressed. Don't be cocky because you survived a villain attack. Think of this as a declaration of war to this whole class. As Mortimer said, that's right. Everybody knows that class 1B is the best. And once we beat you cocky brats, we'll beat the Zoo representative of all of UA. So what do you think of that? As Asuka was bored of this, I even asked this. I have a question. Have any of you been thrown across the hallway by nothing but one hand? They were both confused, and Sensor said, no, I think I have. And they were both caught off where she go through them across the hallway with one hand. Asuka flat out said, sorry, I was just curious. And after the rest of you, don't be cocky. We're actually quite scared of what happened, especially Mia. I kissed something that was made to kill All Might. And sir, I feel a little bit guilty. In fact, I feel really, really guilty. But I have to do what I have to do to save a life. If that means killing something, or with someone, I'd be happy to do so. Now back off. They were all surprised by the statement, but after what he did to that Nomu, they would get him. When they were eating months, they they was on the topic about why they want to be heroes. Everyone's dream to be heroes was the same in canon, but they got to Izuku. They asked why he must be a hero. Izuku said, all my life, I was born in a town where mutation quirks was never accepted. In fact, in my home, being a mutation quirk means you're quirkless forever. I was ridiculed and bullied all my life because they think my quirk is useless for everything. So when I started training, I still never really cared about what they said because when I'm a hero, I want them to all know that people with mutation quirks can be heroes in their own right. No matter if you're a snow leopard, a frog, or even a bird head, as he points at Tokoyami, you can still be a hero. Just go beyond your limits. They were all surprised and heartwarmed about his reasoning. Even if he said, you are an inspiring person, Isuku. I hope your dream comes true. Isuku said, thanks, Ida, and I hope your family will be proud of you. And as the and now the 1 week of training begins, and the sports festival will be in the next part.